Hola, chicas. I am back and I am here learning and working more on my communication and working more on recording myself and just kind of getting my thoughts out loud. Today, I really wanted to dive into emotional regulation and how that has looked personally for me and my thoughts on it. I am now just becoming so much more aware of myself and who I'm striving to become. And I think with that awareness, it's also drawn me to acknowledge that I do require more emotional regulation. I think one thing about me being so empathetic and being so in tune with my environment and myself and the energy of people that is all around me, sometimes I can embody that so much and it can be so overwhelming. And you know the feeling if you're a very empathetic person and kind of in tune with things, it can be draining just being around people, being around outside environments and things like that. I 100% understand that. I'm not shy of feeling feelings today. I can say that. I love the way I am able to feel now and the way I'm able to bring energy, joy, love, compassion, gratitude. I love feeling those things. I'm so blessed today that I can say that I love to feel those things to 100%, to all my capacity. I enjoy doing that. Everybody enjoys doing that when they allow themselves to, free themselves. I will say there was a point where I didn't allow myself to feel almost anything. And I kind of don't even like thinking about that time period because I was just so numb and I just wanted to brush everything off. I wanted to act like everything was cool, nothing fazed me, it doesn't matter, it doesn't hurt me, blah blah blah. I think that was such like a masculine power dynamic thing that I was in, and I do not miss that time period at all because now today being able to feel all these things feels amazing. And not even just, the high vibrational, the nice feelings, even the lower feelings like, sometimes worry, stress, grief, things like that. It just reminds you or reminds me that I am human as well, and I'm able to feel both of these sides of feelings to each their extent. And like I said, without emotional regulation, it can get out of hand. One, with the lower vibrational feelings, you can stay stuck in those times, you can stay stuck in ruts for far too long. And sometimes with the high vibrational feelings, you can kind of lose your boundaries and lose kind of what you are trying to become and what you are striving for because you're, feeling so much and you want to continue doing so much and you don't take time to come back to yourself and kind of regulate. Be like, you know what, I think I need a break, I think I need some time to recoup myself, reclaim, all that energy that I had gave out and bring it back to yourself. So there does require some type of regulation. um, and I know it's can be hard because in the moment you want to give so much passion and you want to give it all your love and feelings and everything, but it can get out of hand very quickly. And for example, I will use myself, like in the last video I had talked about, I spoke about unconditional love and how I have no boundaries with unconditional love, and as I think that is something that unconditional love truly is. I love so, so hard. I give my everything, not even to just a one person. I do it for myself. I do it for my family. I do it for my friends that I love. Anybody that I kind of am in contact with and around at the timelines, I embody so much and I just want to do so much. Like, for example, I'm such a romantic person now. Like, I really romanticize so much that I do, whether it's, eating my breakfast, eating dinner, like, reading my book. Like, I make it so romantic. And I love to do nice things like that kind of for other people as well, which is not bad at all. But like I said, sometimes I lose my control in love, and I throw away my boundaries and I do as much as I can for other people. And sometimes that looks like not saying no when I know that I cannot do things. I still try my hardest to make things work, make things happen. Sometimes that looks like, you know, going outside when I know that I shouldn't. Sometimes I think this phrase can get a little toxic, is like doing it for the plot, which I understand. I am still to this day, like, such a do it for the plot girl. But sometimes when you have so much intense emotions and kind of combination with so much overthinking, you can get yourself into a lot of situations that you didn't have to put yourself in, or you don't need to be in, if you kind of just took time to regulate and kind of think, is this truly what I want? Is this truly what I need to do at this time? That requires balance and kind of knowing yourself, knowing who you are, and getting down to what is truly going to align with you, because not doing that can not be good for your well-being either, and you just want to work on what is best for yourself. Some of the ways I like to try and reclaim my energy in motion, my emotions, I love to kind of take a step back and, one, my breathing, always work on my breathing as much as I can, kind of slow it down when I'm overthinking too much or when my emotions are too passionate. Let's say, I will kind of come back, work on my breath. Two, I love dancing now too. I really try in the mornings to like get up and move and dance my body away. And I know that sounds kind of cringy, like, oh, girl just wakes up and starts dancing, but like, it's true. Like, I'm not saying I'm going like full throw it back about at 8 9 a.m, but I love to like move and just be free, after a night's sleep, kind of like shake everything off and flow and kind of like just kind of get back into your body and kind of get, anything that's stuck, I guess, any emotions that are kind of stuck and pent up, you just want to move and flow it all out. Stretching, yoga, you can get very stuck energetically if you are not stretching, and physically. Take time to stretch every day, in the mornings preferably, but I also love to do like very intense yoga sessions throughout my week. Continue to use my body, continue to move around. Just like to reintroduce that love that I would give out so much of back in, kind of pour it back into myself at these times. Reclaim my energy, kind of reclaim my thoughts. Meditating too, sometimes it can become a drag and you're just like, oh, I just don't want to sit down. Like, I don't have time. Like, whatever it is so necessity, because for me, maybe it's the air sign in me, but I overthink every single thing. Like, sometimes I hear people and like how they're able to like just think and do, like, which sometimes I do. I get bursts of energy and I'm just, oh, let's go, let's do, move. But most of the time, 95% of the time, I just overthink way too much. And as one thing I'm also trying to work on is getting out of my head and more into my heart when I'm trying to really feel things, or just rationalize or just analyze things. I'm trying to get out of the head space and more into the body space. So I just like to kind of be kind to my mind and just know that that's what brains do and it's not that serious. So, kind of don't listen all the time. And again, I'm just learning all of this because not only for the betterment of myself, and do I want to become the best version that I can be now today, like in this lifetime period, I am really focused on embodying what my best, highest self can look like. Because, like, why not? Like, if I get to live, I want to see how great I can live. Like, I don't just want to be mediocre. I want to see what is the best and what is my truest potential that I can actually get to. And I don't think there could ever be a peak, but I want to live at that high frequency and that good, compassion human being that I possibly can be, as much as I can for most of my life. Not only for me, I want to do it for the people around me, the people that I surround myself with, for humanity, because it also spreads not only to your environment, but then to their environment, and then to their environment and their environment. So it kind of spreads across that way as well. And also for my future generations that will come after me, because I kind of want these new people to come in and already embody the work that I have worked on, of me living here in this life already and in this specific timeline. I would like to almost give them a head start, work on these things that are tough and, is never ending cycle, but I want that as a betterment for my all around, for my now, my present, my future, my environment, everything. That is my thoughts and kind of rambling about emotional regulation and how it can help to reclaim things and to kind of regulate your mind, body all together. We are all human and we are all just working on ourselves as much as we can, especially if you're into, health, wellness, mindset, woman videos. I hope this helps, and thank you. Thank you to myself for also doing this and getting better at it every single time that I come back, and I can't wait to see my progress. Thank you.